All right, today I'm gonna rebuild this DeWalt 20 volt max 6 amp hour battery. This battery is massive. There is 10 21700 cells in there, and we're gonna replace it. This comes with a original battery management system. So let's get started. These are the cells, and this is the battery management system. Okay, one thing you have to be careful is there is a temperature sensor connected to this BMS, and when you're taking out the BMS, make sure you don't yank it out, or else the temperature sensor might break. And here's the temperature sensor right here. This one. Okay, the hardest part about battery rebuild is taking these nickel plates out. It's the most time consuming. This is the only way, as far as I know, how to take the nickel plates out. So if you guys know a better way to do this, easier way to do this, please let me know in the comments below. The most important thing is when you're doing this, be very careful. Make sure whatever tool you're using, you don't short, let's say, between this cell and this cell. It will spark and it could catch on fire. So be very careful. Or another thing is, if you open this, if you open a battery and you see like corrosion and this cell is in really bad shape and it's falling apart, do not try to rebuild that that battery. It's very dangerous. The other thing about this batteries, if you look here, like this is the positive, and right under here is the negative, the frame, the body, the cylinder. So if you puncture this insulation while trying to take out the nickel plate, you can short it and it will spark. So be very careful with that. Just before you take it out, remember this, there are two arrows right here. These arrows right here and these right here. So they go on top of each other, right? That's how they sit. So just remember this. And when you put the new cells back in, make sure the positive is on this side and the positive is on this side, facing it this way. You can put a little mark if that helps. Plus, plus. Okay? So let's take it out. And you can take this out because we're gonna put a new silicone in here. So okay, so before putting in the new cells, it's very important to make sure these are balanced. So you gotta make sure their voltage is same, and also it's IR, internal resistance. So let's check for each of these. .5 and 6.2, so the rest should be about the same value. Doesn't have to be exact, but almost the same. So they're all about 3.5, 6.2 milliohm. So next, you install these insulated rings on the positive side of the cell for protection. So this customer wanted me to upgrade his battery with the new cells. The old ones were 3 amp hour, and I'm upgrading it with the new Molicel 21700 P50B 4.85 amp hour. So basically, the thing about amp hour is the higher it is, the longer you can use the battery before needing to charge it. So these cells, sometimes it's very hard to get in there. Like now, and you don't want to force it in because you're going to puncture the insulation of the cell. So what you do is you heat up this case. It will expand it, and it will be easier to put the cells in. Make sure these are nice and tight, because after you spot weld the nickel plates, you can't move anything, and you got to make sure this fits in the original case. Okay, so the nickel plates that we need for this battery are different shapes, and it's very hard to find, so I had to make it out of the this regular nickel plates, 0.2 millimeter nickel plate. And this is what I made, and it's ready to go. So all right, so let's install it. That's from the original shape of the nickel plate that was on the battery. Okay, we're done with spot welding. Now, next is installing the original BMS board. So I'm gonna add some of these silicone electronic grade on this, so the temperature sensor can go right in. So next we're gonna sand just a little bit, sand the surface of this nickel plate and then put flux on top of it, so when we solder it will bond really good to the nickel. Okay, before you put it back in the case, just double check everything. Make sure everything is all the solders are perfect and bonded. You can pull on the wire, and if solder is not working, you gotta redo it. But if it's not moving, it doesn't come off, that means you did it correctly. Okay, everything looks good. The light turns on. So now let's put it back in the case. Okay, let's test it, see if it charges. Okay, it's charging. So we'll just wait. I'll pause the video after it's fully charged. We'll come back and we check the voltage.